We're going to start with rounding, something that might seem simple, but in nursing math, it's anything but arbitrary. Rounding conventions are grounded in pharmacologic safety, equipment limitations, and institutional protocols. For example, when administering liquid medication under 1 milliliter, we round to the nearest tenth, so 0.876 milliliters becomes 0.9 milliliters. This helps avoid underdosing or overdosing, especially in pediatric or critical care settings. On the other hand, tablets and drops are rounded to whole numbers because you can't give a fraction of a pill or half a drop. Always remember, rounding should happen only at the final step of calculation, not midway through. This helps preserve accuracy through the process. A facility policy will always be the guide. Whatever the facility says goes. Next, we'll talk about rates, the speed at which fluids or medications are delivered over time. This is essential in IV therapy and fluid management. Two types of rates are most common. Milliliters per hour is used with infusion pumps for precision control. Drops per minute are used with gravity drip systems where manual calculations required. We don't see these very often anymore, but we still do the calculation in practice. A patient's receiving 1,000 milliliters over 8 hours, so we take the 1,000 milliliters, divide by 8 hours, and we get 125 milliliters per hour. A 500 milliliter bag over 4 hours with a drip factor of 15. This means we get 15 drips per milliliter. So every 15 drips is a milliliter. So we take 500 milliliters times 15 drips per milliliter. We can cancel out the milliliters. And this is over 4 hours, so that converts to 240 minutes to get the desired unit rate of 31 drips per minute. Miscalculating rates could lead to serious consequences like fluid overload, dehydration, or medication toxicity. And medical abbreviations are kind of a shorthand we use in orders. And you'll see them in med orders, prescriptions, some documentation. They improve efficiency because they're fast. Sometimes we'll even talk in abbreviations. But they can also introduce a risk if things are misunderstood. So there are approved abbreviations and then abbreviations that are recommended to not be used. So we'll talk about some. Here's a quick list of 4. BID is twice a day, TID 3 times a day, QID 4 times a day, and PRN, as you may know, is as needed. These abbreviations directly impact how we divide doses across a 24-hour period, so we have to be careful and make sure we understand what the order says. For example, a total daily dose of 600 milligrams given TID would be 200 milligrams every 8 hours. So in terms of safety, the Joint Commission has a do not use list to prevent dangerous misinterpretations. A U for units can be mistaken for a 0. So we write out the word units. A common abbreviation that used to be used, QD, used to mean daily, but now we write out daily because it is easily confused with QID, which means 4 times a day. So I have a list of abbreviations in the modules, so you can use it as a reference, take a look at it, and then those will be used on the worksheet. In healthcare, we use a 24-hour clock to eliminate any ambiguity, make sure we understand what time we're talking about. It's it's essential for accurate documentation, and it helps with time-sensitive interventions. So the way this works, the morning hours, 1 a.m. to 11 a.m. stay the same, but they're written as a hundreds number. So noon is 1200 hours. And then we add 12 to every PM hour. So 1 p.m. becomes 1300, 2 p.m., 1400, 3 p.m., 1500, all the way to 11 p.m., which is 2300. A medication ordered at 2200 is 10 p.m. A shift change at 0700 means that the shift change occurs at 7 a.m. This is a different nomenclature that's used everywhere in healthcare, so it's the sort of thing you need to be used to using.